Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in this video I'm going to be recapping the wildcard weekend for the NFL playoffs. And this was my original bracket, and I went 3 for 3 this week, and Houston won, Tampa Bay won, and Green Bay won. And we're going to start off with the Detroit Lions and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And both of these teams played pretty good against their previous matchup. The Detroit Lions played against the Rams in a game that was 23-24. It was pretty close, and the Buccaneers won 9-32, so that wasn't as close. But the Philadelphia Eagles were coming off some injuries, including A.J. Brown, their main wide receiver. And this is a game that I think could go either way. But since it is home for Detroit, I think this is a better matchup for them. If it was at Tampa Bay, I think this would be a very hard matchup for Detroit to win. But since it is at home after the Cowboys lost, I do think that the Lions will win. But I could see the Buccaneers... I could completely see the Buccaneers winning, and I have this being another close game. Lions are just used to playing in close games at this point, and they already played in one in the wild card. And I have the Detroit Lions advancing here against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And now we have the 49ers versus the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers, their last game was 32-48, they won, but Dallas really just tried to make the game look closer than it was, and they were down 24 points in the last 8 minutes or something, down 30 points, something like that, and they just scored a field goal or something, or they scored a touchdown and 2-point conversion, so it was only a 16-point game. But the 49ers, hold for that. Green Bay Packers have been playing really good recently, even before the playoffs, and they played really good against the Cowboys. And when I had the Dallas Cowboys winning, however, if you go back to my other video, I did say that the only way I see Green Bay winning, is if they run and throw all over the Cowboys, and that's what they did. They threw for 280 passing yards plus. I don't know for sure how much it was, but it was something like that. And then they ran for 120 with Aaron Jones, and they probably run with different running backs for more yards. And they have been playing really good. And the 49ers are coming off a bye, and they rested their starters in week 18, so they have not played in about 2 weeks. And if you remember 2 playoffs ago, it was the Packers and the Titans who had the 2-1 seeds, and they both lost their first game. So that could be the case here. But I do think they could win, and they could throw and run all over the 49ers just like they did to the Cowboys. And I do think the 49ers do have a better team than the Cowboys and a better defense. And they have more talented players. And even though the 49ers have been resting for 2 weeks, I think they're going to win this in either a 10-point game or a 3-point game. I do think this will be close. And the 49ers are at home, which helps them. But I could totally see Green Bay winning. But I just don't. I think the 49ers defense will do a little better than the Buccaneers. A little better than the Cowboys defense. And they have a better offense too. And I don't see Green Bay shutting down their offense that much as they did for Dallas. But again, I think this could be a really close game. but I just think 49ers, this is a good matchup for them, and I think they're going to win in a close game. So that supports my two predictions for my first bracket, and that was Detroit versus 49ers. So that everything that I did still supports like what's in the next round. So, or like who I had winning. All right, so the divisional round for the AFC, we have the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs. So these two teams played earlier in the season, and it was a pretty, actually, I don't know. I think the Chiefs won. I'll pull up the score right here. However, I do not know who won. I'm pretty sure the Chiefs won, but I do not know for sure. But that was before, I'm pretty sure that was before. Well, actually, now that I think of it, I think it was like week 15 or some recent week. So I actually think that they won. So yeah, I think they won, but it might have been at Chiefs. I do not know for sure. But this game is at Buffalo, and the Chiefs did just destroy the Dolphins, 26-9, I think it was. However, the Dolphins are used to playing in warm weather, and they just played in the third coldest game or something like that in playoff history. So they're definitely not used to that. And Kansas City is, obviously. And this Buffalo game, I assume, will be cold, but is at home for Buffalo. And again, as I said in past episodes, or like the last episode, I had, like, Buffalo is really hot, and I just don't see them losing to Kansas City. I mean, I definitely think they could, and I think the Kansas City Chiefs could totally take over the game, but I don't think this will be the close game like it is the last, or like I don't think this will be a game where Kansas City is leading the whole time and the Buffalo Bills have to come back. I think it will be the Buffalo Bills leading and the Kansas City Chiefs having to come back, and I think the Buffalo Bills will win, even though they don't have Gabriel Davis. They do still have their wide receiver in replacement for him, Shakir. I don't know the one after that, but they obviously also have Stephon Diggs. And Josh Allen ran for like 60 yards on one play for a touchdown. And it's going to be a tough matchup for the Chiefs. And even the other players, like the tight ends, have been playing good recently. Dawson Knox, the rookie Dalton Kincaid, I forgot his name for a second there. And I just think the Buffalo Bills are going to win this game. And this still supports my prediction from my first bracket. And I think Buffalo is going to win this game, especially because they're at home. And now the Ravens versus the Texans. These two teams, I think, played in week 1. And it was like 9-22. The Ravens won, I'm pretty sure. But both teams already have more games, obviously, played. And they've, like, done and got way better than week 1. And I think, well, actually, the Baltimore Ravens did come off a bye, like I said earlier, and did rest their starters for week 18. But I think Baltimore Ravens at home here against the Houston Texans, who haven't been as hot as the Green Bay Packers, I think the Baltimore Ravens will win this one. It could be a close game, but I just don't think that the Houston Texans can win. And I think C.J. Stroud and all of the Texans are capable enough, but the Baltimore Ravens just got Dalvin Cook in free agency for the playoffs. So he could also do really good. No one knows. But he's probably happy because he was on the Jets earlier in the season and they were doing nothing, and now he's on a team that could win the Super Bowl. But I just think that the Baltimore Ravens will win this. And again, I think the Texans are capable, but I don't think they're going to have to play almost a perfect game, in my opinion, to beat Baltimore. And I just don't think they're going to do that. And I think C.J. Stroud might throw a pick or something like that, or fumble, something like that. And I just think Baltimore will win this game, so I have them winning here. And all these picks are still the same picks that I had for my week, or like my original bracket. But that is it for my picks, and I will be recapping the divisional round and making my picks for the conference championship after the weeks are over. And hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later.